Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Eaton, and today it is with my pleasure to give you a walk-around and tour of this beautiful 2024 Ford F-150 Raptor. The Raptor, of course, derives from, well, a Raptor dinosaur, and while it is very popular today, let's keep in mind that Ford was the first to come out with the off-road name back in 2010, and of course has been very successful since. This vehicle represents the third generation of the Raptor, which came out back in 2022, and as you can see, continues to be a very good choice for those who want to go off-roading and explore a little bit more than just the beaten path. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time to this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's check this one out. This vehicle, of course, does have a couple of things on the keys, such as your unlock, lock, remote start, trunk release, and panic alarm. So to, in this case, activate the remote start function, just make sure the vehicle is locked. Double click the lock button. And double click the remote start button twice. And the vehicle will fire up. You can hear that high output 3.5 liter twin turbocharged EcoBoost V6 running. And it sounds very, very nice. Now, when you're done, just simply go ahead, double click it again, and it will shut right off. Starting off here in the front, as you can see, you do have your very big and bold Ford grille, which is specific to the Raptor model. Now, on certain 2024 Raptors, you will get the Ford logo all blacked out like this one, or you can get a different Raptor, which is going to be probably the cheaper version. This one here is not really a lot as far as what the original window sticker says it is, but as you can tell, you can get ones where the Ford logo here is going to be finished in carbon fiber, which to me that looks really, really cool. As we saw with the remote start, you have your 3 amber lights right here on top, which looks really cool. That's also a Raptor staple. You also do have LED daytime running lights, as well as LED projector headlamps. And this example does come with a set of rigid fog lamps, as you can see there. This being the Raptor, it also does have the front and rear parking sensor standard on this vehicle. You also have these very cool side marker lights, which is pretty awesome. As you can see, we're looking at a beefy set of wheels. These are Baja Boss RT tires on fuel wheels. And these are 35s all the way around, which is the standard size for the Raptor. And of course, coming up to the door handle, with all Ford models, such as this one here, it does have a smart key access system, allowing you to get in and outside of the vehicle quite easily. As long as you have the key fob in your pocket, just comes with the door handle. There's a touch sensor right here. Put your hand through it, and it will unlock the vehicle. The mirrors will fold out, and then when you open the doors, the running boards do deploy for easy access. And after waiting a few seconds to lock the vehicle, just tap this button here. The vehicle will unlock, will lock. Mirrors will attract back in. And when you do close the doors, the running boards will go back to its original position. The exterior color of this one is finished off in orange metallic, with the black leather interior specific to the Raptor model. Coming over to the door panel here, as you can see, you do have some of this injection molded plastic here, which does feel pretty decent. It doesn't feel too hard, but it is this very kind of plastically material here as expected. However, it does make up for that with this nice orange stitching here. You do have soft touch material down here. You have an aluminum door handle right here. You're going to have controls for your mirrors, which one you're going to close up, child lock, which mirrors you're going to adjust, as well as your power windows. You're going to have 3-person memory seating here, unlock and lock switches, storage area here, more storage there, more storage in here, and an area for a small cup. And of course, you do have your Bang & Olufsen subwoofer, or in this case, your speaker, in the door jamb. To start the vehicle, just simply have the key fob on you or in the vehicle, put your foot on the brake, and hit the button to go. Nice. Give you guys a quick exhaust rev here real quick. Let you guys hear what this beast sounds like. Very cool. Starting off here in the front, as you can see with the steering wheel, you're going to have a fully leather wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel. You're also going to have controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. You also have paddle shifters on both sides, letting you know that you can take this vehicle off-roading, and you can also put it up to speeds that obviously you should probably not be doing. But anyways, with that being said, this truck is ready to rock and roll. As you can see here to the left side, you're going to have controls for your cruise, audio settings for the volume here, and then this is going to be for your hands-free speaker, or in this case your hands-free Bluetooth. You're going to have controls for your main menu switches here, or main menu up there. You're going to have your forward and back buttons here. This, of course, is going to change your different exhaust modes, which we'll see in a second. This is just the suspension, and I believe this is going to be for your heated steering wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and move my seat up just a little bit so we can get a closer look at that gauge cluster here. But while I'm doing that, as you can see, you have two main clusters in the front, followed by four smaller clusters on top. As you can see, you have a speedometer on the, your tachometer on your left, speedometer on your right. You're going to have four smaller gauges on top, which includes your coolant temperature, oil level, oil temperature, and your fuel to empty. As you can see, we're taking a look at the main screen here, which does include things such as your My View, as you can see there, trip and fuel information, Raptor information. Let's say we click on that. It's going to give you Raptor status, my gauges, measurements, tire pressure, off-road, power distribution, engine information, driver assistance. Pretty cool to see that. Towing, as well as settings. So let's say we go into settings. So you can configure your gauges, speedometer in kilometers an hour, border crossing, neutral tow, as well as vehicle maintenance. Pretty cool stuff to see there. Now, coming over here, we're going to be taking a look at a 12-inch productivity display. And in all F-150 videos I've done, I've spent a very good amount of time going through how everything kind of works in here. So these are just going to be some highlights that you should expect if you are going into this vehicle. So first and foremost, we're taking a look at the screen here. First thing you notice is that this vehicle is currently set to the settings submenu, and we're going to see things here like what you would normally change up, what you would adjust, such as radio, phone list, sync navigation, sound, vehicle, clock, personal profiles in general. Coming over here, you're going to have display, connectivity, vehicle hotspot, mobile apps, software updates, Ford Assistant, Amazon Alexa, 911 Assist, as well as valet mode. And then as you can see coming down here, you're going to have your rest of your different sub menus. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead and turn down the volume so that way we don't get any copyright. Coming to audio here, it's going to give you your sources, which of course is going to show what's going on the radio, and that's going to be through AM, FM, or XM satellite radio. You're going to have your preset stations down here. Coming over here, you're going to have your phone. You can pair a phone to the vehicle if you want to. Free self-explanatory there. Coming over to your navigation system, it's going to show you pretty much a detailed map of around the area, as you can see there. You also have a little map menu here on the left, which includes menus, search, recents, and favorites, which looks really nice. You have zone lighting, of course, which is going to really have to do with the bed and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. Coming to apps, you can find mobile apps, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as mobile apps help. And then as you come down to features, you're going to have driver assistance, Pro Power onboard, zone lighting, towing, shoulder turn assist, your owner's manual, which you can view from inside of the vehicle, as well as record feedback. Now, with that being said, that's just a quick rundown of the infotainment screen in the Ford Raptor. And to the right over here is going to show your audio source, which is pretty cool. Coming down below that, you do have your volume and tuning knobs. You're going to have different controls for your audio here. This is going to turn the screen dim, off, and then turn it back on. You're going to have max AC, rear air conditioning, fan positioning, auto air conditioning. We're going to go ahead and adjust the fan speed right now so that way it's not too obnoxious in here. You're going to have recycling, AC, max AC. You have dual zone climate control as well as heated and ventilated front and front passenger seating. As you can see, you do have your trailer brake assist here, pro trailer backup assist here, which is very useful. It's going to help you make not only adjustments, but it's going to make sure that you are accurately putting your tow hitch to whatever it is that you're towing. That's very cool. And then you have your four-wheel drive modes here. This one, of course, is in two-wheel drive high. You have four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive auto, and then four-wheel drive low. And then, of course, this is going to be for your different drive modes here. So as you come up to the screen, as you can see, we're going to have things such as normal, off-road, Baja, rock crawl, sport, tow/haul, and slippery. And now back to normal. As you can see here to the right, you're going to have a 12-volt outlet there. You're going to have a 120-volt plug-in here. You're going to have, of course, your 10-speed automatic transmission. Put the vehicle into reverse. Does give you a backup camera with guidance lines. And the guidance lines do adjust as you turn the wheel. You also have a 360 camera right there, as you can see. You also have a couple of other camera views that you can view from, as you can see there. This is going to be kind of the smaller camera view. This is going to be the wide view, split screen view. This is going to be for your bed. That's going to be for your trailer. So you have a trailer attached to the vehicle. And then, of course, towing on all that stuff right there, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, parking sensors, or your park assist, and then parking sensors is right over there, which is pretty nice. Coming down here, as you can see, you do have an area where you can put your device to wirelessly charge. You have a USB-C and a regular USB port there. And you can close it up for clearance, of course. You have two cup holders here. This, of course, does fold in when you push this button. And one cool thing that I've never ever showed in any of the F-150 videos that I've done on this channel is that this also, the glove compartment, doubles as a workbench. So you can get work done while you're on the job site, whether you're on a break on the job site or whether you're taking a lunch at your job. Obviously, this can become a table, this can become a workbench, a desk, whatever you need to use it for. But it is pretty cool that most F-150 models do give this to you. Coming to the glove compartment itself, you have a cavernous amount of room in here, which is quite nice, as you can see there. You have a little storage area on top of here for smaller items. The seats here in the Raptor are very comfortable and nice. As you can tell, you do have some of this suede material on the bolsters here, which makes sense, as well as on the thigh area right over here, which makes sense too, because as you can tell, it definitely dresses up the seat quite nicely, but also kind of gives you that, you know, kind of unique feel. Now, the seats themselves, the leather does feel a bit stiff, but it is comfortable, and as you can tell, it does look pretty nice at the end of the day. Now, with that being said, a few other things to go over here. This one does have a couple of buttons here on top of the screen, which includes your camera, your parking sensors right here, hazard lights, traction control off, as well as hill descent control. You do have your aux switches up here, which is going to be useful for whatever you're planning on using them for. You have controls here for your panel sunroof, as well as for the overhead lights. You do have a sunglass holder there. You have your 3-person garage home link right there. You do have a visor, as you can see, pretty cool. And then last but not least, guys, coming over here, you're gonna have controls for your mirrors, your Pro Power onboard. This is to open up the tailgate. This is to open up the rear quarter window, headlight and fog light controls, gauge dimmer switches, parking brake right there, and then your pedal adjuster right there. But overall, so far so good, and it's pretty awesome to see how the Raptor stacks up. And I think honestly, you know, this is the obvious choice if you're looking for the ultimate off-roader. But with that being said, let's go ahead and let's check out the rest of this one. Now, checking out the back of the Raptor, let me see if I can jump on in so I can check out a little bit better. As you can see, there we go. Not too bad. Sitting in the back of the Raptor, I do have quite a bit of legroom here. This would probably be my ideal position if I was a driver, although I could probably pull the seat up a little bit more. Do have a decent, probably 2 to 4 inches of legroom in here. And then my hat, which if I take it off, my head is actually touching the ceiling a little bit, but it's not too cumbersome. As you can see, sitting back here, you do have 2 seat pockets, one on both sides. You have 2 cup holders here, rear ventilation for the rear passengers. You do have rear heated seats. You also do have here a little outlet right there, which is pretty cool. And then coming over here, down here, you do have a USB-C port and a traditional 120 volt outlet right there. And then over here, you do have a powered armrest with 2 cup holders. Overall though, sitting in the back of this one, it does feel very nice. You know, it is a truck after all, and it certainly does the part quite well. Okay. This one here, although it's taped up a little bit, has your easy fuel capless fuel filler, as well as an illustration of how to fill it up if you're using a traditional gas tank. The back, how it was. The Raptor, of course, does have LED taillights. Your Ford emblem stamped out on the back, as well as the F-150 and Raptor badging. A little exhaust action there. Recovery hooks. This one does have a towing package, which comes standard. Standard Raptors can tow upwards of 8,200 pounds. The Raptor R, which is a more powerful version of this vehicle, can tow upwards of 8,700 pounds. You do get an automatic liftgate. Coming into the bed, of course, you do have a spray and bed liner. As you can see, it looks very, very nice. You do have your cabin light right there, as you can see. And you also have one on this side as well. This vehicle does have the Pro Power onboard system, which allows you to plug in your tools, which is pretty cool. And this one does indeed have the step assist, which will allow you to jump on into the bed a bit more efficiently. Body colored mirrors with LED turn signals on both sides. And you do have this unique hood scoop, which has the Raptor logo on there. Sorry about that, guys. I was worried the hood would not open again. But anyways, here we are under the hood of the 2024 Ford Raptor. This one does have the 3.5 liter high output twin turbocharged V6. As you can see, it does have the Raptor and Ford Performance engine cover right there. It's pretty nice. It produces 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. Of course, it's going to be mated to that 10-speed automatic transmission, and this one is 4-wheel drive. All right, guys, so we're now back inside of the Raptor, and I do not have a window sticker for this vehicle, but this vehicle only came with two options: the extended fuel tank, which I believe is for $450, and something else which I can't remember off the top of my mind, which was like $65. So this vehicle has roughly $500 worth of options on here, and when this vehicle is brand new with, I believe, a 1995 destination delivery, you were looking at just under $60,000. So overall, not too bad. And as you can see here, this truck here is just pretty incredible to see. Now, overall, it is the ultimate off-roader in my eyes. I think this is a great vehicle. Of course, many people will debate that and say that, oh, the TRX would have been the better choice of the two. But of course, the Ram TRX is no more. The Ram R8 chose its replacement, which means by all means, Ford once again has basically become the king of off-road trucks. And as you can see, the Raptor deserves that crown more so than ever before, in my honest opinion. But to each their own, whether you like the Raptor, whether you like the TRX, depending on which one you go for. You know, personally, it kind of depends on your preference, but to me, I think the Raptor will continue to be a very good solid choice, especially if you're looking for an ultimate off-roader right now. So with that being said, guys, that is going to do it here for this walk around and tour of this 2024 Ford F-150 Raptor, finished off in orange metallic with the black leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.